Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Alexis, and yeah, let's do another speed build in The Sims 4. So today's speed build is on the Asphalt Abodes lot, and that is actually the last lot in the Llama Lagoon neighborhood, which is, if you did not know already, is the neighborhood that I am doing all modern builds. So yeah, and it's in Newcrest, by the way. I do also have another neighborhood that I've already built up in Newcrest, and that's the suburban neighborhood. I think it's Bridgeview is the name. The actual name of the neighborhood. So that one is whatever one is in the upper left of Newcrest. So that one is actually all up on my main channel, and I will, of course, link the main channel in my description as well as the end of this video. But you can also just click on the playlist that will be at the end of this video, as well as I'll put it in the description below, and you can watch all of my speed builds to date. So yeah, I think right now I don't have too many speed builds. I think it's definitely a few hours worth though, considering I do have a few that are like, the majority of them are 30 minutes long or 40 minutes long. And so I'll have 9 now. This will make 9. So yeah, what would that be? If all of them are about half an hour, that's probably the average, honestly. Then that will be 3.5 hours. No, 4.5 hours. So it is a little bit of a time commitment, but if you do like this one, I definitely have more content like similar to this, I mean. And if you want to see different build styles too, you can also check that out as well. But yeah, so this one is a 3-bed 4-bath, and it's very similar to the last speed build that I posted, the Tranquil Crescent one, in that it has a very similar shape. I kind of wanted to make it somewhat similar to that one, so that build made more sense with the rest of the neighborhood, so it had something that tied it in, you know. And I actually edited some of the other lots too to make everything a little bit more cohesive. Let me know if you think that I should upload the new versions to the gallery, considering I did edit some of the stuff. Oh, and here's me turning off the game sound because I wanted to listen to Spotify. And I actually listened to Spotify on my computer, which is really hilarious that it doesn't show up. But yeah. So I did a few things to tie everything in. Like if you notice the one that's the build that's right next to this house, I forget what lot that's on, but it would have been 2 videos ago. That one had a different fence type, and I added a skylight, although I think I'm going to take out the skylight because it's not, the way the platforms work, it kind of cuts into the skylight. It's just not working properly. Every single time that I save it, it just goes back to what it is now, so you can't actually, the skylights are useless. So, good to know. I will now know that for future builds, that the platforms and skylights don't work. They, at least right now, they don't work. So, yeah, but I changed the fence. What else did I do? Oh, the first one, the Twin Oracle Point one, the color scheme was more of a gray and white, so I changed that one to black and white. And I might go back in and change the windows from the bluey tint windows to just the regular clear windows, because that's what I use on all the other builds. So just because I like the way the clear windows look better. I mean, I know it's not technically ideal, but like we can pretend that the tint is still there. You know, just because Sims don't actually look through the windows, but you know, not necessarily ideal to have like big floor to ceiling windows in a bathroom, or even a bedroom necessarily, but it's, again, pretend they're tinted. It's The Sims. No one looks into the windows and you don't get embarrassed, which I think is funny. The idea of, going to the bathroom and being in front of a window in real life is mortifying. But in The Sims, no one feels embarrassed by doing that. And also the blinds and the curtains don't fit these windows well. Not the way that I want them. Sometimes it cuts in. So then I usually don't put the blinds and the curtains on these ones. But yeah, I just find it really funny that it's kind of like the exact opposite that you would want in real life. But it just looks cool. So, and that's why I build things the way I do. It's because it looks cool. And if I could do something like this in real life and, be like backed by the forest. So you're just looking into a forest and you don't have to worry about a random person just, randomly looking into your window while you're going to the bathroom. I think that'd be kind of cool little feature to have. So that was a random little tangent there. I go on random tangents though, if you haven't noticed. So speaking of a random tangent, back to Spotify, just because I don't know, I just found it so interesting that it doesn't actually show on the screen, even though it was on the screen when I paused and hit play on Spotify. And even when I did turned on the music and what else did I do? Sometimes I pause the music just so I could see what artist it was or what song it was, because I don't have everything on this playlist memorized when it comes to artists and what the song titles are. I just actually made this playlist yesterday. Yeah, I think I made the playlist yesterday. So I'm still not completely solid with everything that's in it. I don't have as many songs in it as I would want. I just kind of add songs that it recommends and I listen to it first, a little bit, and I'm like, yeah, sure, we'll put this in. But it's my fall 2020 playlist and is actually unlisted. You can't find it. It's also under my real name, which my real name is Alexis, but I mean, it has my last name in it too, and I don't share that. So, yeah, you won't be able to find that, but, yeah, I make playlists for myself, really, for all of the seasons, the different seasons. I might make a regular Christmas one, but because I work in retail, I'm kind of always burnt out of Christmas, usually by the time of Christmas, so maybe not. I haven't made a Christmas playlist in a couple of years since before I worked in retail. Although this year, the store that I work at, the music box is not updating, so the music hasn't switched to Christmas stuff yet, and I am so excited about it because it was supposed to switch in late October. It was supposed to start having a few just trickle in, and then we would be full swing in Christmas music by now. And because the music box isn't updating, we don't have Christmas music. It's the regular playlist, which is it's bad too, but not as bad as listening to basically the same 5 songs over and over again and just different singers. So yeah, I'm actually very happy about it. But so I might actually not be burnt out of Christmas music this year. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, and then I usually have another winter 2020, or it'll be winter 2021, playlist. But yeah, I actually, up until yesterday, I have been listening to my summer 2020 playlist and had not made a fall 2020 playlist. So yeah, I thought, it's probably time to update the music that I'm listening to, considering that it is now November and I have been listening to this playlist of probably 500 songs, but I've listened to just that primarily and a little bit of radio while driving to work, which I don't live too far from work, but it's been that for the last, I think I probably made the playlist in May or June, so way too long. And yeah. Oh, speaking of updates, I've actually done some updates on this house since I uploaded it to the gallery. I think I was talking about that earlier, that I updated some of the older builds in this neighborhood. But this one, when I did the playthrough, which I do for all my builds when I'm unsure about whether or not an item will work, I test them. I did not do that before uploading this time to the gallery, I did it afterwards, and that's when I realized that I needed to move the bed in the parents' room a little bit, because you couldn't get to the other side because of the dresser, and I couldn't really move the dresser. Well, I could have, but I liked the placement of the dresser more than I liked the placement of the bed, and so I pushed the bed a little bit back towards the window, and it works now, but in the original version you can't get to the one of the sides of the bed, so might be re-uploading that too. I don't know. If that is something that you would like, then please let me know, just because that it does affect how you play the game. But I don't know if it's something that's worth re-uploading to the gallery or not, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, we're actually almost done. We just have the patio left. So it's all the inside is done. And I really like having the main floor of builds right now, like the main entertaining space, as very neutrals. I think that it, especially when you have a bigger house and more people in the house, I feel like it's a good idea to have neutrals as the entertainment space. That way everyone is kind of okay with the entertainment space. Not only the guests, but the people that live there. Just because sometimes, there can be a clash of opinions and styles and stuff like that. So I don't really think that, I'm sure people do that in real life too, where they kind of stick to more neutrals and then in the bedrooms get a little bit more creative. Actually, I'm sure that happens in real life. I do know that. But, yeah, I kind of like to do that in my builds too, to a certain extent. Some of them still stay kind of more neutrals everywhere, and with like the carpet and the rugs and stuff like that. That's just, I feel like my decorating style, just because I like the idea of, paintings and stuff like that, you can easily change. The furniture, though, if you pick really colorful furniture, especially the bigger and more expensive the furniture those things are, then the harder it is to, go back and change them and make it more, like if your style changes and the trends change, of course, and you buy something in the trend, then you're going to have to buy something again in a couple of years or even in a couple of months. So I kind of try to do something in even my builds that are kind of indicative of that, where you wouldn't have to like go back in a couple of months and just change everything. So, oh, and as you saw, I did start landscaping, and it it felt a little wrong on this house, so I decided not to. And then that way there's also 2 houses in this neighborhood that don't really have a ton of landscaping. And I think that it actually makes this one tie in to the Twin Oracle Point one in that way. So, okay, and so there was the pathway, which really wasn't that eventful, and the entryway, and then the kitchen, and I need to lower that middle painting. Okay, cool. But the kitchen, the living room, and of course that you had to have a double island there. I really love double islands right now for some reason. But yeah, now going into the first floor bathroom, which isn't the most spectacular bathroom. But oh yeah, you saw that like glass fencing there? Accidentally put it too far in the house. Didn't realize that happened, so I deleted that too as well after I uploaded it to the gallery. So there's that as well. If you don't like that, there's always a few mistakes I notice whenever you're building something. So okay, and then up the stairs to the 2nd floor, and that's where the TV is actually. I couldn't really fit the TV in anywhere else, so I fit it in here. And then one of the bathrooms upstairs, and then to the kids' bedroom or the toddler's bedroom, I guess. You can do either, and just probably change the bed to a toddler bed. And then another bathroom, and then to the other room, this is probably a teen's room, is what I would say. Teen, maybe a child, but probably a teen. And then into the parents' bedroom, and they have their own fireplace. I thought about putting a TV there, but I ended up going with the painting instead. And then the ensuite. So yeah, that is it. That is the build. Please hit the subscribe button if you like this type of content, as well as just regular gaming content in general, as I do plan on playing some other games on this channel. Hit the notification bell to know when I upload next, as well as comment down in the section, or comment down below what you liked and what you want to see from me. All my social media is in the description, and yeah, I will see you next time. Bye!